Lieutenant General Arthur Peter Adams has been appointed as the Provincial Police Commissioner of the Northwest. His appointment was announced by Acting National Commissioner of Police Lieutenant General Puleng Dimpane in Mahikeng. The Northwest Commissioner of Police position has been vacant since December 2024 following the retirement of Lieutenant General Sello Kwena. Lieutenant General Arthur Adams joins us now. General Adams, good evening. Thank you so much for your time. Really do appreciate it. Perhaps as we consider what is important for this conversation is to take perhaps a pointed look at the conditionalities of crime and the uniqueness of crime in a province like the Northwest, especially given that this position had been vacant since 2024. And I guess one has to bring into context that it seemingly have been quite difficult, perhaps even tumultuous, in getting the position filled, with allegations of political interference having surfaced at some point during the consideration of the appointment of the shop. And of course, this happens in context where the police force across the police service, rather across the country, is dealing with what many are calling, as we've heard before, the Matlanga Commission as well as Parliament's EDA Commission, to be an infiltration of criminal syndicates of the police, and that in various provinces, specialized task teams have found themselves on compromised ends as a result of these attempts of infiltration, perhaps even as by these attempts of capturing what many call the justice cluster. And so many might even consider the police service to be one where morale potentially is at an all-time low. So we bring into the conversation now General Adams. General Adams, good evening. Thank you so much for your time. Really do appreciate it. Welcome to the show. What is it perhaps most important that you want to note to viewers this evening that you're bringing to this post as you assume the role of Provincial Police Commissioner?
Thank you, sir. What's important to note is this will not be an easy task. Policing is never an easy task. But what I need the community of the Northwest to note is that with the South African Police Service in the Northwest and with the communities that we are serving, we are intending to deal with our issues of mutual concern. The issues of illegal mining, gender-based violence and femicide, organized crime, and serious and violent crimes is a challenge for the Northwest Province. And I'm intending with the management of the SAPS in the Northwest, with the help and assistance of communities and the provincial executive within the province, to deal with this stubborn phenomena head-on. That is the short-term vision, and from there to focus on the longer-term issues that would have plagued the province over a substantial amount of time.
What are some of the reform issues in terms of how the police service in the Northwest operates that are top of mind for you, that you think forms part of the reform agenda, not just in the province but also in the National Reset Program?
For us, it's important to acknowledge that we don't need to reinvent the wheel. The national management has already clearly indicated what our reset agenda is, and that is what we will focus on. But the problems associated with the province that might be unique to other provinces is also what we are going to deal with. And that is the service to the people, how the South African Police Service make them feel when they go into any one of the 86 police stations across the province. That feeling should be a lasting feeling of satisfaction. So to up our service standards and the quality of service that we deliver to the inhabitants of the Northwest Province and those that would be visiting our shores, keeping that in mind with our reset agenda, and also the 6 pillars within what we refer to as the Integrated Crime and Violence Prevention Strategy that has been enacted since 2022 within the Department of Public Service Administration. Those 6 fundamentals is important that we need to embrace and work together with other strategic directives as indicated the reset agenda, and then bring collectively through collaboration with government departments a sense of calm to the community of the Northwest Province.
Yeah, perhaps a final consideration, General, here is you mentioned, illegal mining as a top crime category for your focus and attention. Is the police service in the Northwest sufficiently resourced to take on that crisis?
We will never be sufficiently resourced because we do have issues that we would refer to as natural attrition, where members are leaving the service, and it takes time to fill the post. But what is important is that we should use and utilize other government departments, other organs of state, public-private partnerships to deal with this, because it's not just a policing issue, it's also an issue that has got a social side to it. It's important that we need to engage with, in the Northwest Province, we've got a number of tribal councils with political leadership and with traditional leadership. And collectively, when we go from area to area, we will assess what the problems is, and we will then focus on those problems that is prevalent within that area. So it can't just be a policing issue, because by the time when we would have the ideal structure to deal with this, the problem would have left us far behind. So we need to be innovative in bringing as many stakeholders and role players on board to deal with this scourge that is referred to as illicit mining. Also, in conclusion, our collaboration with the NPA is of utmost importance.
Well, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much for your time and your consideration this evening. Really do appreciate it. That is the newly appointed Police Commissioner of the Northwest Province, Lieutenant General Arthur Adams.